Hello. I think I'm live at the moment, a very impromptu live, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But yeah, very weird things happening with the internet at the moment. I'm just going to wait to see if people can see me, because we have been having such weird internet problems. I can see a few people on. If you can hear me okay, can you just make a little comment or give me a thumbs up? Because I was meant to be on a live now with Mel K, and we've had this scheduled a couple of times. Oh, you see me. Thank you so much for telling me. I'll tell you why, everyone. We have been having the weirdest things with computers. So I was just meant to be doing an interview with Mel K that we've rescheduled a couple of times because both of our Zooms have been doing really weird things, and some of our other computers. So there's very weird things internet-wise going on. Have any of you guys been having internet problems or weird buffering? I've had loads of people say to me that when they're trying to watch things on BitChute and things, it's been buffering any worse than normal. But basically, I said, now I'm going to have to be careful how I say this. First of all, happy Bank Holiday Monday to everyone in the UK. Isn't it completely crap weather? I do not believe this weather is natural for 1 minute. I 100% believe. Yeah, Andrea's saying she's been having crap internet as well. Thank you for your thumbs up, everyone. It's just really good, because I cannot tell you how many of us are having problems going live on YouTube at the moment. So those of us that are in the UK, hi to anyone here in the UK. Bank Holiday Monday. Oh my God, it's shit weather. The whole summer we have had cloud cover. I'm 100% convinced that this is not natural, and they're blocking out. They do not want us to have high vitamin D levels going into the winter. So I'm going to come on to this. I'm going to come on to this because I don't care what they throw at us. We're going to be coming back at it. Paul is saying, yes, terrible internet and terrible weather. Lots of you, secretly sweet Lottie. Yeah, okay, it's not just me. I know I don't want you guys to have bad internet, but it makes me feel better because Mel K and I have been pulling our hair out because she's been having so many problems in New York for quite a long while now, but also on her Zoom account, and certainly I have been as well. So where are we all at? Well, I went up to on Saturday with some of my really good friends to the London Freedom Rally, and I think lots of you were at different rallies all over the world. If anyone was there in London, I met a few of my listeners in London. It was such fun to actually meet people, and to actually meet people who were so well informed. But I want to hear from anyone else who was there in London on Saturday, because I found it a really weird atmosphere compared to the others. So the people I met were amazing, but it just didn't have the same atmosphere. I don't know whether it was because the route wasn't widely publicised or what. So if any of you were there, please put notices in the chat and we'll have a chat about that. It was a really good turnout, as usual, not reported, very peaceful. Everyone there was lovely, had some brilliant chats. Love the fact that there was everyone there from all different age groups and how well informed everyone was. And what I've realised over the last month or so is every single person here on the chat that I'm meeting, that we're all connecting with, because there's not a single person on here today that isn't of this get up and go and sort it out attitude. But everyone's got their own level of expertise. And there's some people that are absolutely brilliant at what to do about the school situation, and some on the medical. I'm very much more on the medical and natural health side of things. Other people are brilliant on the legal side of things. Other people are really good at supporting others. So I've got some really good friends, Andrew's one of them, that are really good at helping support the admin, because I cannot tell you how much there is to do to keep up with all of this and run my animal charity and do my work at the same time. Not moaning, love it. But so we know we're all having internet problems. We know a lot of us are having weather problems. For anyone suffering, I think it's Hurricane Ida, isn't it? If anyone's in that area, really, really sending lots of love to anyone there. And I really hope you're feeling safe. because there's so many people are having really weird weather stuff. We've seen all the floods over the summer. We've seen all the fires, particularly I know California has been horrendously hit. So, you know, we should count ourselves lucky in the UK that the worst we've been having is blocking out the sunlight. So there's weird things going on, but we're just not falling for it. And we are finding really clever ways to fight back. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about today, if anyone hasn't seen the interview that I did on Thursday with Dr. Andreas Kalka, it is on my BitChute channel and it's on my catherineedwards.life website, because I cannot put it on YouTube. In fact, I probably shouldn't have seen his name on YouTube. And I'm not going to say the name of the substance it's about, but I'm going to say this is all about empowering yourself with health. So I have been doing 3 series of Empowering Yourself from Health series. I've spoken to Dr. Andreas Kalka, who is absolutely incredible. Please, please, please go and watch his information. It's on my BitChute channel. All the links are below. So on every video you see, if you're watching it on a mobile or computer, that under the video, there's a little down arrow. And under there, you'll see all the links that you need to find it. So on my BitChute channel and on my catherineedwards.life, I put all the videos that I cannot put here on this platform, because even if I put a thumbnail on about that interview, they will wipe me. Okay, so please go and watch it, because this man is amazing. And this stuff that he's talking about, I can't mention the name on here, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write it. Don't ask me to explain what it is on here, because I can't. But what you can do is go and watch the interview, and then you can message me with any questions. Can you see that? The letter C, and then I'll do a gap, then the little letter D, and then the letter S. So go and watch that and empower yourself with health, because the one thing we really all need to be doing at the moment is looking after the health of ourselves and our families, whether that's your 2-legged family or your 4-legged. So on my channel, you'll see lots of different videos. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing it to promote products. I only promote things that I personally have been using for ages. Loads and loads of people with internet problems. This is significant. We've been talking about the 10 days of darkness for ages, and I think we're seeing these things rolling out, because I cannot tell you how many people are having problems. So empower yourself with health. Watch these videos. Not this coming week, but the following week, I'm speaking to Dr. Robert O. Young again. Now, if anyone has seen his information, Andrea has kindly posted about the my Telegram channel. I've just posted a really good information from Dr. Robert O. Young in terms of what he's finding in the, and I'm speaking to him in a week's time. Absolute wealth of information. But equally, I'm making sure that I give people the information of things for different lifestyles, different budgets, different products, because we've got to look after our own health. In the UK, we cannot go into winter, guys, with our vitamin D levels down. We don't know what they're spraying on us. We don't know what psychological things they're going to do to stress us out. So when you take care of your physical health, your emotional health will rise as well. And everyone who's watching this video today, we really, really need to be strong. Oh my God, I'm just looking at the chat. Brenda Price, the EBS just went across my television. Brenda, if you can hear this, can you put, where are you? Who has had EBS messages and where in the world are you? We haven't had any in the UK yet, but my emergency broadcast is this. It's like, get yourself healthy, guys. Be on top form, because we need resilience at the moment, and we need to look after our 2-legged families and our 4-legged. So yes, Selena, please buy that liquid with Andreas Kalka. I can answer questions, but on my catherineedwards.life, there's 2 things you need to know. It shows for those in Europe where to get it. And if you're in the rest of the world, you can look at what they are and find local suppliers. But on that website, it's nothing to do with me. It's run by the Institute of Biophysics. There's an introductory course that tells you everything you need to know about how to make this substance, how to use it for maintenance for different conditions. the Institute of Biophysics are absolutely incredible. They are researching and spreading this information across the globe, and they're working with thousands, tens of thousands of doctors and vets across the globe. So by you doing that introductory course, which I think is €40, and you get 5% off with the code on my website, you will be supporting this literally life-changing world. So what I'm trying to do at the moment is I am supporting with my effort, with my money, people that are doing this amazing stuff. So please, please, please do just look at this, because where these people are literally risking their careers, their life, their limb, we need to do these things to support themselves, and we need to just do that basic bit of education ourselves. His book is fantastic, and yes, if it can be, the postage can be expensive because places like Amazon have banned it and won't sell it. What does that tell you? That it works. This book, I can hold it up, you can see all my notes. You know, guys, I spend my life researching this stuff because it works. I've used it for years. It really works. Okay. So first message, empower yourself with health. Second message, now I'm seeing about, I wanted to mention this, my starling, Robert David Steele. I'm in contact with a lot of people that know him personally. I don't know him personally. I would say who knows at the moment. It's not looking good at the moment, but we just don't know what's going on, do we? So if it is true, well, either way, if it is true or if it's not true, whatever way, we need to send loads of love to him and his family, because if it is true, it's horrendous, because he was, just watch your words in the chat. So come in, Sunshine Bear. Yes, it is absolutely amazing, but the algorithms pick up the substances in the chat, and oh, how do we get around this? Who knows? So yes, it does break down glyphosate. I've done a series, Andy, on breaking down glyphosates, but let's get back to Robert David Steele. Either way, it's tragic, because equally you don't take yourself out of circulation deliberately or when you need to, unless you have to, unless there's an emergency threat on your life. And if he is gone, then it's absolutely tragic, because it's looking like it was in very suspicious circumstances. So I think we should all be sending lots of love to these people, because it's horrendous. And this is what these people are doing. You know, it's very easy. So many people, I'm not going to use the word truthers, because we're not truthers. We're all just searching for empowering ourselves to make this wonderful world that we live in a better place of everything, for everyone. And I don't think people realize what people like Robert David Steele have done and given up to do what he did. So yeah, you can have your position that he wanted to be part of the movie, whatever. We don't know, and time will tell. We don't know about a lot of these famous people, about you know, what the truth is, and you know, only time will tell. But either way, if they have had to take themselves out of circulation, then there's a very serious reason for it. So either way, I think that we need to send them our love and our prayers. So no, it's not bleach. And anyone who's saying that, you know, seriously, now's the time to actually grow up and actually do your research. I've got no patience now. This is the other thing I wanted to say. I've got no patience now for people that are in that really negative vibration where they're looking to criticize, whether they just go out. Yes, I will be speaking to Janine about it, Charlotte, because I speak to Janine every Wednesday. So that will be on my show on Wednesday, definitely. So, yeah, I just think, you know, seriously, guys, if anyone's criticizing these natural remedies, shame on you. I think you're actually as bad as the people that are pushing this thing, because you know, these people have dedicated their lives to studying it. I've dedicated my life to studying these things, and I know it's works. And with the work that I do with animals and their humans, I have saved so many animals that basically were going to die through using these natural remedies. So they bloody well do work. And we need to put the effort in. If people are putting courses up there, do them. It will take you 2 hours, probably 1 hour to do that course, and it will change your life. So natural remedies are the best. There's something for every budget. The reason I like this particular one I was speaking about with Dr. Andreas Kalka, anyone joining us now, go and watch my BitTube channel or my CatherineEdwards.live interview that I did with him on Thursday, is it's so affordable. It's affordable for every single person on the planet where you are. So go and empower yourself, learn how to use this stuff, learn how to protect yourselves and your family, your two and your four-legged family, because I cannot stress enough that they're dependent on us. So the other thing I wanted to say to people, now this applies to people in the UK and other parts of the world. Schools are going back next week in the UK, and there's a huge rollout plan to do you know what to the children from the age of 12 to 16. And it really is looking quite scary. So my message is to say, if I have, my children are 19 and 21 now, comes with different challenges. If I had children in school, I would not be letting them go back to school. I don't care how many letters you write, how many do this. I would not be taking the chance. Even if they're not physically doing that to them, you don't know what they're spraying in the classrooms. You don't know what's happening. So as parents, we often have to make really difficult decisions. I've just had the best compliment ever from Sylvia, that her cat likes my voice. That is the best compliment I could have. Thank you, Sylvia. So sometimes I really, really think that, you've got to make really difficult decisions for your children. Anyone who's got teenagers, young adults, 12 to 16, mine are 19, mine are 21, so they can officially ignore everything I say now if they want to. But what I would say is this is a time for tough love. And if there's any intuition or gut feeling that you're not sure what they could do, if the last year and a half has shown us anything, do not ever think it won't happen to my child, it won't happen to here, they wouldn't dare doing it, because they've dared to do things that we never thought was possible. So don't take the chance. Jacqueline Dunne is Jacqueline Dunne. She's got a brilliant Telegram channel. Afterwards, I'll put the link in here. Please do join her Telegram channel. She is one of the best advocates I know. She is a brilliant, brilliant health coach. She's an amazing, powerful mother, and she's really putting the research in to give brilliant resources to anyone with children that are at school. So I would be contacting, I wouldn't be contacting her. She's inundated. She puts all the relevant information on her Telegram channel. I'll write her name in the chat, Jaclyn June in the chat, her Telegram channel. She is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant lady. So anyone with school age children, I would look on that. But all I can say, and take it or leave it, but if I had a child in school at the moment, there's not a chance in hell they would be going back there at that age, because this is a time, this isn't for the rest of their lives. You can make a different decision once this has died down. But at the moment, if you're not really confident that something isn't going to be done without your consent, don't take the chance at the moment, even if it's just for a couple of weeks. Don't be bullied into a decision, because we have to advocate for our children, for our animals, for our parents where needed, for anyone in our neighborhood that needs that help and is vulnerable. And I've never been so shocked by what they're doing at the moment. So please, please, please don't think they wouldn't dare do it, because they would, and they are, and they have. So what else did I want to talk about? What is happening for everyone else at the moment? Janine, there's lots of things happening at the moment. Lots of you will have seen with Prime Minister, the other guy, I can't remember his name, it slipped my thing, and Janine. I speak to Janine every day. She's amazing. She's really good at protecting. This attack, it is real, actually. We're all suffering from it, but we're not going to take it. Please do support these people where you can. There's some really, really good people speaking up. And I think all we need to do, none of us are experts. We've all got little bits of the jigsaw puzzle. So why am I even doing this live today? I can't believe there's over 500 of you that have joined me. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am for every single one of you that has joined on the chat, because all of our energy when we connect like this really does connect, and it really does make a difference. You know, when I was up in London at the weekend, you know, just showing that solidarity, showing that you're together, showing you're there to support each other. It's really, really important. No, Michelle hasn't done a runner. I don't like to talk about other people too much. Michelle is wonderful, and she hasn't done a runner. She's working with private clients at the moment, doing important work with them. But whether people are asking me about Rachel, Michelle, or anything, I don't publicly say, and I get slated for it. And I'm just like, if we're not saying something, it's because we're respecting people's privacy. It's not our job to report on other people that have deliberately taken themselves out of the public eye. It's really, really a double-edged sword doing things like this, because whereas like today, look at the chat, we've got some amazing people on the chat today, but equally, there's a lot of people that give us so much stick. You would not believe. I have toughened up so much over the last year because the abuse you get for doing this. And like I've always said, I do not expect anyone to agree with me, but I am speaking up because I am a mother and I'm also a daughter. So I've lost my father last year. It was absolutely horrendous. I won't go into too many details, but it was horrendous, as anyone who lost anyone last year. Nothing to do with bloody COVID, but equally, the care he received was very much impacted by it. And I've also seen my mother be bullied and bullied and bullied into trying to make medical decisions that she doesn't want to go along with. And I've also seen the impact on my children and my children's friends and my other, you know, family. So, you know, I'm weird. I've never been one of these people that says, hand me someone's baby and do you want to cuddle someone's baby? No. Kitten or puppy or guinea pig, yes. But I love youngsters. I love people. I just think it's absolutely tragic when they're doing this to our children. And I think it's absolutely tragic when they're doing it to our animals and when they're doing it to our parents or our grandparents and whatever it is. Because, you know, you take our parents and grandparents' generations, depending what age you're at, they have been through so much. You know, they really have. A lot of them have lived tough lives. My mother was born during the war. A lot of people have got grandparents that are in the war. And I think it's absolutely, you know, it's just absolutely awful when people, you know, go through this, and then that people that they thought they could trust their country, they thought they could trust their doctors, they thought they could trust the nurses, they thought they could trust their politicians, and it isn't. Yeah, Margaret, I'm looking into all the different things. Quite frankly, I haven't seen one that I don't think is absolutely awful, and I don't know anyone would do it. So again, I think we are moving into an age where all the suppressed natural technologies, it's not just natural herbs, natural products, sunshine, grounding yourself, spending time in nature, getting good sleep, which is something I am really bad at, which is probably why I look so tired today. But I'm tired but on fire, because, you know, when you're doing things you're passionate about, you keep up with it. So last night I had no sleep at all because my daughter was playing football in America, so I was up all night watching that, and then I had to do my horses starting at 5 o'clock in the morning, which I love. I'm not moaning about, by the way. I did moan when I got out of bed at 5, having had about an hour's sleep, but as soon as you're out there with them and they're winning at you and they're so grateful, everything becomes fine. So I want each of you to really, really show appreciation for those of you, whether it's on the chat, whether it's people you're connected with on the internet, whether it's other people in your family, whether it's your friends that you've met through this movement. I really, really want you just to give them support, because we all need support at this time. And I've been really drained this week, and it's my friends and you guys that have really lifted me up. My dog was ill. I cancelled my thing. I've got a 16-year-old lab. She's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, luckily, it wasn't anything serious because she bashed her in. She's got what was called a hematoma, but it was causing her discomfort. So I had to go and have it drained by the vet. Most things I can sort out myself, but this I couldn't. And it was really interesting because the poor vets were overrun. So I was waiting there for ages, hence the fact I had to cancel my live last week. But when I booked it, they were like, you know, you've got to wear a mask when you come in, otherwise we won't let you in. And I just walked in without a mask and no one said anything, because when I put my don't fuck with me face on, they don't. It's really advantage having a very expressive face. I've been criticised all my work career that they can tell exactly what I'm thinking, but it really comes in handy now. And the vet was absolutely amazing, didn't mention anything. So yeah, that was absolutely fantastic, and she's doing really well, thank you. And I'm using the red light, I'm using the homeopathy and the herbs with the self-selection, so she's great. But it's just another thing to fit into the day, hence the fact that I'm a bit tired this week. Yeah, I think there's all of you on here have got brilliant natural remedies you can make. You've all got skills where you can contribute back to this community of like-minded people that we all are on here. So it's absolutely wonderful. And remember, sometimes at times like this, to me, a kind word of support that you can send someone that needs it can make all the difference and raise that vibration up. So if there's nothing else you can do, saying kind words to people is just really, really good. And my God, we've got the best people on the chat today. I didn't even give you any warning. And look at this vibration. Who's not going to leave this chat feeling good? So there was a couple of other things that I wanted to mention. I mean, Afghanistan, we don't really know what's going on. And if all the people that have been killed, it's absolutely horrendous. So sometimes, you know, when you're feeling down or shit yourself, really sending their loves out to others that are less fortunate than us, and not wanting in sorrow, but just sending positivity and thoughts to try and shift things that's happening. How lovely Catherine Ferris is painting pictures for people to cheer them up. Look, you guys are amazing. What I'm seeing on the chat here, you are a fantastic group of people on here. And this is what is making us all get through this, because even if you're just contributing something positive to the chat, whatever it is, painting pictures for people, baking for someone, messaging them on the phone and giving them an encouraging word, doesn't it lift up your life? It's just absolutely fantastic. So compassion and love and forgiveness, Alison, really does do everything. And this is what makes a difference. And the one thing we've realized how amazing a lot of us humans are. We've always known the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom's amazing, but I'm really starting to see how amazing the human side of things are. Now, Dr. Rainer Fulmick is still doing some amazing stuff. I'm seeing a lot of stuff by Robert Kennedy Jr. doing some amazing stuff. Candice Owens, where do we begin? There are some absolutely powerhouses out here. So again, supporting those people, even if it's just going on their Telegram or chats or anything, please do support them, because again, they have a really rough time of it. So what did I want to sort of finish off with today? One, get yourselves healthy. We all know about vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc. I'll say it now because it's at the end. CDS solution, chlorine dioxide solution. The links are in the chat to watch the BitChute video about that. The healing technologies, meditation, sleep, superfoods and supplements, whatever is for you, you've got to keep yourself healthy at the moment, because we're going to need it. Depending where you are, you know, in our side of the world, the UK, America, we're going into the winter. In Australia, you're coming out of the winter. We've got to keep ourselves healthy. Secondly, do not stop the thing. Push back. If you need to take your kids out of school, even for a few weeks, do it. Worry about, you know, if the house big enough, you'll sort out a way. So don't worry. What I'm telling you as a parent, we learn from our mistakes. You know, as a parent, if you took your child out, whatever they owed you from school for 6 months, I promise you, you'd only see benefits from it. So please don't think it's going to affect them negatively. Showing your children that you've got their back, and if in doubt, you're going to do it. Now, some of you might have very good relationships with your schools and you might not need to do that. That's fine. I'm not saying it's a blanket thing. But if your heart, if your gut is telling you that you're worried, then act on it. Please don't wait. Even if it's temporary, you can change your mind once you've got more information, but don't let something happen that you don't want to do. Take responsibility for yourself. Do not give in to the tyranny. I don't care how different, even if it's just planting little seeds with people. We're not trying to bully other people into agreeing with us. We're putting that information out there so that those that want to hear it can hear it. Okay? So please, please do that. Jean-Claude, yes, I'm speaking to Jean-Claude next time. His stuff, Penny Kelly, is brilliant. Cliff High as well. So keep yourself engaged, but also make sure if you're listening to something and it's bringing you down, then just stop listening. Even if it's one of your friends, just stop listening, because at the moment, yes, we need to know what's going on, but not at an expense of depressing you or putting you into the fear vibration. Fear is what makes us make bad decisions, generally speaking, unless you're being chased by a tiger and then run. So don't let them push you into fear vibration. Support everyone else. Look after your kids and look after your elderly relatives, please. Do not let them fall victim to this. If it's true about Robert David Steele, then that as many people have done, if it is true, then it's the treatment that killed them, not the supposed disease. And then the other thing is please look at, even though it's difficult, please look at the different channels. Sign up to my newsletter. Anyone knows I don't bombard you at all. In fact, I've been rubbish the last few weeks sending newsletters out because I've been so busy, because I've been doing a lot of work with Zambia as well, with the elephant orphanage. I've been doing a lot of work. I have got a lot of preparation for my little animal sanctuary to prepare for the winter. So I know my lovely friend Andrew has put my PayPal link in there. At the moment, my top priorities is I've got to make some repairs to the guinea pig enclosure and the stables before the winter. I've got to set up something different for my old boy that's going to need now, moving forward, even more feeds in the night. And I'm desperately saving up for a new computer so I can be more professional for you all. And Jean-Claude's kind enough giving me a spec for what I need. So if anyone, I'm also trying to work with my IT people to put more resources on the site as well, to really give a one-stop shop for people to get good information. So if anyone fancies, my PayPal me link is below. Any penny is very gratefully received. And then what I'm going to be doing is I've got some really good chats coming up over the next few weeks. Obviously, I've got Janine. Obviously, I've got Mel. I have got Dr. Robert O. Young coming up the week after, who's absolutely amazing. I've got Jonathan Marshall coming up again. And then I've got two of my regular series with the lovely Andy Mills, who we do Powering Ourselves with Health for the human side of things. That's on Tuesday, 2:00 UK time, but you can always watch the replays. And what we're doing, Andy is one of the most genuine people I know. Oh my God, he walks the talk. He's brilliant. He's also brilliant at crypto and all that sort of stuff that I'm hopeless at. So if anyone needs to connect with him for that or wants him to talk about that, I can get him on to talk about that. Not my bag. I'm hopeless. I don't have time to look at that. And then my lovely, lovely vet friend, Dr. Timo Tastahar, where we're looking after our four-legged friends, because we're seeing a lot of problems with stress-related issues, immune-related issues in animals of all species. And they rely on us to really, really advocate for them and make the best decisions. So what I'm trying to do with the animal series is to really make sure that we can take that stress off ourselves and say, because Timo's no ordinary vet at all. I mean, he talks about all this stuff. He's absolutely amazing. He's very spiritual. He's very aware of energy medicine, natural remedies, etc. So any of you that've got pets, please watch that session. Dandelion root I use all the time. I have been using dandelion root for ages, but thank you, Cece. I'm getting on my website next week. A lot of you have seen the protocols, which is how to remove the nanoparticles, the spike proteins, etc. Well, okay, we won't get biological about this. You can't actually remove the spike proteins from your body, but you could then stop them. Well, you can't do them if you've had that, but there's loads of protocols there. So what I've gone down is I've got a really good PDF that I will get on my website, the resources, the references page next week, which is how you can use all those protocols for your animals, because a lot of people are putting these protocols on for humans, and people are then using stuff for their animals that are not safe to use for animals. Just because it's okay for a human does not mean it's okay for an animal. So I'm going to be getting that as a resource for you all next week on the website. So thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Pine needle tea is amazing. I've got mine. Fungal infections in women live long and learn naturally. Absolutely, look at the CDS. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And why do I say it? I'm a herbalist. I'm a zoopharmacognosist, which is where I work with humans and animals self-medicating. I work with essential oils. I work with homeopathy. I work with light therapy. I work with healing. But what I want to do is give something that every single person on the planet can access, can afford, and prevent a lot of these problems very, very safely, and also support yourself if you take a dip, because there are a lot of people taking a dip health-wise at the moment. So look up that Andreas Kalka. It's on my BitChute. It's on my Catherine Edwards. We'll be doing lots more on health series, so watch those. And my email is below all the videos. I can't look through every single comment on the video, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing anything constructive. So if you've got a really good suggestion of something that you want me to talk about with some of my guests, please do email me, because my job is here to share information that you guys want and find useful. And I just want to finally finish with a big shout out to my friend Andrea, who has been such a support to me over the last few months. She's been helping me with my Telegram, been helping me with website, helping me with my thumbnail pictures, getting me to be more professional, because it's so trying to fit all this in whilst doing a job and looking after the animals and family and everything. This extra help is invaluable. So thank you to every single person that sends me the resources, that sends me the videos, that sends me. The only thing I would say, try and avoid sending them on Facebook Messenger, because I'm really not using Facebook a lot at the moment. Just there's too many things. So email's probably the best way to connect with me if you've got something important to share. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a brilliant, brilliant week, everyone. You're really supportive. This is probably the most supportive group of people we've had on the chat. So I thank every single one of you for joining us. You're all so important in this movement, and things are definitely, definitely shifting for the better. Lots of love, everyone. Speak to you soon. Bye.